On this example, we're given three side lengths and we're asked to find angle alpha. So we don't really care about gamma or beta, but I went ahead and labeled our triangle. I just drew, kind of an ambiguous triangle, not drawn to scale whatsoever, anything like that. Labeled my angles as alpha, beta, and gamma. Labeled my side lengths. Remember, A is opposite alpha, B is opposite beta, C is opposite gamma. Our goal, though, on this one really is just find alpha. So we don't know it's a right triangle. We don't know any of the angles right now. We don't have any of the angles, so we can't use the law of sines. So we're kind of pushed right over here towards the law of cosines. Now, the first three versions are very, very handy if you're trying to find a side length. These second three versions are very handy. It's just rearranging the first ones if you are concerned about finding an angle. So in our case, we're definitely trying to find an angle. We're trying to find alpha. So I'm going to use this version where we have cosine of alpha on one side all by itself. So doing a little bit of filling in here, we can say, well, I know cosine of alpha is going to equal fraction going on here. We can say b squared, so 25 squared, plus c squared, 18 squared, minus a squared, 20 squared, all over 2 times b times c. So it really is just filling into this formula initially. Use the A, B, and C that are given to you. All right. Next thing I would do on this is do some simplifying down. So figure out, 25 squared. Let's see, what is that? Maybe we get the calculator out to help, but we get 625 plus 18 squared is going to be 324 minus 20 squared, which is 400. All over, let me see, 2 times 25 times 18 works out to be 900. He says with no conviction at all. Pretty sure that's 900 for our denominator. Then before I finish up and find alpha, I would combine together these constants in our numerator. So just, adding and subtracting here. So I got 549 over 900. And then we still have the problem that we don't have alpha quite yet. Alpha is stuck inside of this cosine function. So to get it out from inside of that cosine function, we're going to have to use the inverse cosine function, or arccosine, if you want to call it that. So cosine inverse of cosine of alpha is going to equal cosine inverse of 549 over 900. That'll get alpha all by itself over here on the left-hand side. Make sure you're in degree mode if you want degrees to come out, which normally we do on triangles. Then push second cosine, that'll bring up cosine inverse, or what we call arccosine. 549 divided by 900, maybe close off some parentheses. I got this to be 52.41 degrees. All right, so I hope this helps out. Use these top versions of law of cosine if you're looking for a side length. Use these bottom versions for law of cosines if you're looking for one of the angles, and life's going to be a little bit easier for you. But again, if you only memorize the top ones, you can rearrange these and get to the bottom ones. All right, good luck.